Salutations gamers, Bazil here. How's it going, everybody? This video is going to be a little bit different from what I normally do. I'm going to explain the current state of how I see things in PvP, just a little bit more elaboration on the Thief class itself. I'm going to be talking about the Mesmer, the Warrior, and the Guardian class as well. And let's actually get right into it. But before that, I kind of want to explain a little bit what's been happening. I've been recording my matches, but they haven't been good. I haven't been able to really nail down a spec that I've found to be, one, enjoyable, and two, something that's actually viable in the tournament scene and in the regular structured PvP matches. I finally nailed down one. I'm working on a more of a battle control spec, which is what I usually roll with, but the one I previously had in the beta does not work anymore in the live version of the game. So I'm really trying to figure out the best way to actually do that. So I just want to let you guys know that's the main reason for no PvP breakdown videos coming out, is because I don't feel that I have a appropriate knowledge yet of the newer changes to all the classes to actually give you some breakdown videos. They're coming though. I've nailed down a good amount of what I feel comfortable with. So within the next couple days, I should be getting some videos up. Lord willing, of course, ArenaNet's been really taking their diligency and just kind of making sure everything's working smoothly. So tournaments have been down, PvP has been down, World versus World has been down. There's been a lot of downtime for the PvP aspect. So just wanted to throw that out there, guys. Just that way you guys know I haven't actually given up or quit. I have just been having really bad luck with PvP. It's been down a lot, and I am finally at that point where I feel I can give you guys some good insider information. So, all right, let's get on to the important meat and grits of this video, if you were. All right, so the four classes I want to talk about are the Warrior, the Guardian, the Mesmer, and the Thief. Let's start with the Warriors first. Currently, Warriors, I think, and I think a lot of people are going to agree with me on this, are very, very unbalanced. They have way too high burst damage. Their ability to chain knockback while still doing a large amount of damage is insane. If they hit you with one knockback, you're pretty much not going to get up, and you're going to have at least half, if not all, your HP taken out really, really quickly, which is just absolutely annoying. Damage at close range and long range is almost equal. The Thief Rifle's abilities are just, or the Warrior Rifle abilities, excuse me, are just insane. A buddy of mine showed a spec that he uses, and he can do like 16k damage in like 4 seconds with just the rifle. It's insane. So that's just not something that needs to be fixed. They also have an ability which makes them immune to all damage for a short period of time as a utility skill. This should never ever be any type of ability ever in the game. The Thief has one, but it's a random chance to steal it. It's one of the lowest chances to steal it in the game currently, so if you get it, great. If not, normally you steal a invisible skill from the Thief. You don't steal anything other than that. So the Warriors currently are honestly pretty OP if you want to go the standard terms. They're just really frustrating. They have just a lot of HP. They don't have to sacrifice any HP to gain any damage like you would on a Thief, a Mesmer, a Elementalist, hell, even a Ranger. Which Rangers right now are they get so targeted and just killed in PvP. It's not even funny. They're pretty much the Shadow Priests of Guild Wars, if you guys get that joke. But it's kind of a sad state of affairs right now. The Warriors just kind of really not balanced right now. So I really hope that they fix that, and hopefully, you know, as time progresses, we'll figure out a little bit more better ways to counter it as the game progresses. But right now, Warriors are definitely the class that is considered pretty cheap, and if you have Warriors on your team in a tournament PvP, you're most likely going to win just because of the knockbacks and stuff that you can do. So anyway, moving on. Guardians are one of those classes that is really good. I don't consider them to be overpowered. I consider them to be unbalanced. There's a complete difference between unbalanced and overpowered. Overpowered is just easy wins, lulls, buttons, and you face roll people. Unbalanced, I think the Guardians are a really unique class. They have a lot of really cool abilities. They have a lot of really unique kind of damage mitigation abilities, and all that fun stuff. Their great sword abilities and their mace abilities are, I think, what needs the most tweaking. Their shield abilities and other kind of like just weapon set abilities aren't terrible. I think a lot of their power comes from their just they can do really weird burst damage as a defensive class, which just doesn't make any sense to me. It'd be like a protection warrior in World of Warcraft doing like 90 KDU just for no apparent reason. So it's something that needs to be addressed. The burst damage of Guardians, I think, is a little bit too high, and that is just something that I hope gets fixed eventually. They do have really high damage mitigation, like I said, which is really good. It makes them they're able to hold a point really nicely. They can do literally 1v5 with someone. There's a spec out there called Raid Boss Guardian where it literally is a raid boss. They just heal themselves so many times, it's unbelievable. That also could use some tweaking. It's very frustrating to play against the Guardian because they just sit there and take your damage no matter how many people are beating on them. They're just like, oh, okay, well, I'm almost dead. Oh, full health and that kind of stuff. So it's frustrating. And again, they have a lot of armor, they have a lot of HP, and their great sword abilities. And I believe I don't remember exactly which other one-hand plus offhand combination it is really ridiculous. But again, the game is literally not even a week old, so it's just slowly learning everything. But I think the Guardians do need some balance tweaking. They're not overpowered. They're just a little bit unbalanced right now. At least just from my point of view, guys. I mean, take it with a grain of salt. Next, the Mesmers. The Mesmers are one of those classes that is extremely hard to play well. Let me emphasize that. If you just mash buttons, you're not going to really do a very good job. I was able to really kind of get into the Mesmer. I think I've had the class understanding down pretty well. Obviously, I haven't learned everything there is to learn, but I can take on about 3, 4, 5 people if I play my top game. It's ridiculous how much battle confusion you can actually do to people. It's really nice. So the only thing that I find that they have too many abilities that stealth them, and they have too many abilities that just like escape tools. That is my only problem with Mesmers right now. Honestly, playing one myself, it just feels like it feels silly and kind of unfair at times, but that's okay. Okay, so going on to the Thief. The Thief has very low HP pool and armor right now for what it does in tournaments. You're forced to only play a few builds that are really viable in tournaments: the Venom Share build, and the high crit build, and then the condition damage build. Those are the only 3 builds that are really viable right now in the competitive scene, which sucks because the Thief can just do so many different builds and stuff. You need those builds to either help your team kill a target really quick or do lots of sustained damage while killing a target really quick. So it kind of limits you in what you're able to do, which isn't what Guild Wars is about. So I hope that gets changed eventually. They do not feel anything like they did it back in the 3 betas that we did. I don't know what they did. They changed something. I'm not sure what they did. But haste does not do anywhere near the damage that warriors can do. I can do maybe 5k with overload pistols or the pistol whip combination, and warriors do about 11 to 20k depending on your crit and your whatnot. So that needs to be looked at. Honestly, I think haste just needs to be taken out of the game completely. I think it's kind of a silly skill in Guild Wars, but that's just my personal opinion. Mobility builds are no longer do enough damage. You have a lot of HP, you have a lot of dodges and stuff. You just don't do enough damage. You sacrifice so much in what you actually need to use. So Alright guys, I hope this has been a little bit helpful. There are a lot of PvP videos to come. I finally nailed down everything that I want to nail down. So until next time guys, God bless, and I will see you on the battlefield very shortly.